I want to talk a bit about the Pan Am Games, which are coming up in July, because it is going to be coming up fairly quickly. We, as you know, have a memorandum of understanding with Toronto 2015 on Pan Am, and one of the things that is included in that memorandum of understanding is that we would make our facilities available as practice venues for any of the visiting countries. We are included in the inventory, and just recently I had the opportunity to meet with a representative from the Ecuadorian Consulate to discuss the possibility of the Ecuadorian women's soccer team using our facilities as a practice venue. They seem very interested, and I have written to the Ambassador of Ecuador to invite him to our community to view our facilities. He's going to come, I hope, as soon as the snow melts and we can do a proper viewing for him. I think at the same time we will also talk about doing a cultural exchange with demonstrating our culture through dance and song, and inviting them to also bring some of their dancers and songs and singers. Hopefully we could also develop a relationship with the country of Ecuador, which might lead to possible joint ventures or trade between Ecuador and Six Nations. So that's going to be an exciting time, and we'll get you more information on the activities that are planned for Pan Am Games as for each report that we do from here on in. Some of the those are the main issues, and I want to talk about some of the meetings and other engagements I have attended. As I said in the last meeting, I did manage to take a few days off in February, the week after Family Day. I took that week off, so I was off for 4 days, and then when I got back, I went to Toronto to the Good Roads Convention. I didn't actually go to the convention, but I did have meetings scheduled throughout the 2 days of the convention with several of the provincial cabinet ministers. And I just want to quickly run through some of those meetings so that we are out there working on your behalf to try and get services and resources to help provide better services for our community. The city of Brantford is trying to get GO service from Brantford to connect in Hamilton and going into Toronto, and they've been doing that for quite a while. And Mayor Chris Friel invited us to attend a meeting he had with the Minister of Transportation with respect to getting GO service. So we did attend. Councillor Darrell Hill and I attended with him to lend our support, because we think that if they could get GO service from Brantford, it would also be a big benefit to us here at Six Nations. We're going to be setting up another meeting with the Minister of Transportation to talk about Highway 6. There's concern expressed on Highway 6, particularly for people coming off of the reserve and trying to get on Highway 6, and especially if the weather is bad. So we're going to talk about maybe getting some lights or some stop signs along there on that stretch between 4th Line and Hickersville. I also met with Minister Tracy McCharles. She is the Minister of Child and Youth Services. We were looking for more funding for our child prevention workers and for the Youth Lodge. And Sandy Montour and Arliss Sky attended with me, and Sandy just informed me that we were successful in getting some money that can help towards getting a new van for the Youth Lodge. I've also took part in an energy roundtable with the Minister Bob Chiarelli, who is the Minister of Energy. This was organized by the Chiefs of Ontario Political Confederacy, and they are developing an ongoing energy table which will continue to have discussions on all aspects related to energy. I have been asked to sit on this political table, and Council has agreed, and Phil Montour will sit on the technical rep. We are also going to be seeking meetings with Hydro One to talk about the Niagara reinforcement line and some other projects we're looking at for our community. We also met with Minister Glenn Murray, who is the Minister of Environment and Climate Change. As you know, it's a lot of flooding going on out there because of the snow melting, and we do have drainage problems here in our community. I know even in my own corner, I always have a flood or a little lake out there every time the water melts. So we're looking for some funding to assist with a study to help with our drainage problems, and I think Mr. Murray's been in our community and has visited us, so we're hopeful we can get some money on that and start working on trying to resolve some of those drainage issues. We met with Minister Michael Couteau, who is the Minister of Tourism, Culture and Sport. We presented him with a proposal for elevating tourism in our community, because we are in a prime spot for tourism, which is a multi-million-dollar business. We are located close to Toronto, close to Niagara Falls, so we want to work with them in trying to get more tourism in our community and attracting more tourists. We also talked to him about the Pan Am Games, and he called me a week later to let us know that his secretariat, he had just signed off on providing $50,000 towards our Pan Am Games activities. We also invited him to the Under-19 World Lacrosse Tournament that will be held here at Six Nations in September.